Is everything set up nicely? Hi there. I'm here. Okay. Hi. Yes, August slipped away into a moment in time because it was never mine. And I can see his twisted bed sheets. August slipped away like a bottle of wine. Hi. Uh, okay, so another Q&A session, I guess, and talking about language a lot. In Poland a lot, I guess. This is the only place where I talk about Poland these days. So yeah. Oh, my voice is weird. Sorry for that. I have tea, so maybe it's gonna get better. I actually just recorded. What am I saying? I just recorded um an episode of the Genesis. So I guess I can have a little bit of a throat situation. I am so tired today. Not right now. It's better. Even though I didn't take a nap, I somehow managed to get better. But I barely even recorded the episode. I just got back yesterday. Yesterday at like 10 p.m. From my 3-day trip to Warsaw. So I'm like super tired after that trip. Uh, well, I don't know. I don't know if I can help with that. Honestly, with life stories being no wait, sorry, pet stories being glitched. Um, Unfortunately, that happens a lot. I don't know. Maybe you just need to wait for it to work again or something. Like, there's also this thing in the Polish version of life stories that there is like the quest itself is glitched, and also the Polish translation makes it even worse because there's a translation mistake there. There is this moment when you're supposed to place like make a nursery out of the guest room, and in the Polish version it says living room, and you're like, why living room? That doesn't make any sense. She has a spare bedroom. So you have to like figure out that they mean guest room. And also it's glitched, and it's like you put the furniture in there, and it doesn't work. So you're like, okay, maybe it is actually supposed to be the living room or something. You know, it's yeah, like it's a whole thing, and it's just broken. Oh, uh, I don't know, like I'm just waiting for the new album and that's it. I'm surprised that it's actually going to be new music, because I thought Taylor was just like into re-recording her albums right now. So when I saw that she is actually uh like putting out new music in 2 months, I was like, okay, I ain't even mad. Yeah, I'm super curious and something to look forward to. I'm actually going. I need to check when that is because it was moved from March to September, and I can't even remember what day it is and if I even have the ticket or whatever. It's like I bought a ticket for LP in Gdańsk, Poland, in February because the concert was supposed to be in March, but it was moved to September. And I was like, yeah, I'm not even gonna remember that I was supposed to go to a concert in half a year. But yeah, I need to check the actual date, the exact date of that concert, and actually go, like, remember to go because I was really excited for it when I bought the ticket, that I managed to even take, get the ticket, because there weren't really that many, like, because I like to buy a seat you know, so there weren't really that many tickets left, like 4, I think, when I was buying that. So I just bought it. I didn't even think much about it. I just bought it, and then I got super excited. I'm actually going. And yeah, and it's been like 7 months since I bought the ticket, and I am finally going in like 4 weeks, I think. So that's pretty cool. Yes, I know that Polish accent is considered sexy for some Americans. Slavic in general, I guess. Right? It doesn't matter if someone is or like Central Eastern European in general, not even Slavic specifically, like a more harsh accent, because it doesn't matter if you're from Poland, Russia, or Lithuania. It's always going to be considered a very cute accent. Hi from Canada. Hey there. That's a nice country you have there. Yeah, we were singing August in the chat at the like before the stream started. I like that so many people got the reference. It's a great song. Like, it's one of the best songs on that album. I think my favorite on Folklore is Seven, but August is probably my second favorite, I think. I'm pretty sure. It might be a little bit dark, but if it gets darker outside, because now it's like okay, then I will just get another light. Although I can move the lamp a little bit to the front of my face, and it's gonna be a little bit brighter. Okay. Yeah. Like, dark in my videos is pretty normal, so like, you know, it would be weird if it wasn't dark. Oh, yes. You're back. Because of the stream, I'm also, spoiler, I'm also singing August in the Genesis. Like, you know, if you haven't noticed, I have been doing this thing that whenever I sing during the recording, which is every time, I just move it to the end of the video and I do it in the outro. Like, I cut like 20 seconds of it and I just put it in the outro so that it doesn't disrupt the video in the middle. But still, there is some singing involved because I've always done that, pretty much. Something bit me like really hard in on my thigh, on my right thigh, and it's also in the place where sometimes, like, I don't really have this thing that your thighs like touch each other when you walk because I have a thigh gap. I'm very thin, okay? But sometimes it might happen, especially that my legs are like this. So sometimes I scratch it with my other leg or with anything pretty much, or with my pants or something, and it starts to itch so bad. I'm not sure what bit me. It was probably just a mosquito, but it's like really big. Were you in Warsaw this Saturday? You mean last Saturday, really? Yeah, like 2 days ago. I think I saw you or someone very similar. If you saw someone very similar in Warsaw last Saturday, that was probably me because I was there. And like 3 people recognized me. I was even in this, like, there's this exhibition. There's also one in Łódź, I found out, where you can get to know what it's like to be blind. and it's called an invisible exhibition, I think, and like you're in just complete darkness. And one girl that worked there was actually my viewer, and when we finished with the exhibition, with the tour, she wanted a picture, and we talked for a bit, so that was really nice. And also there was this thing that I found out because we were in this dark room, dark room. um, and it was completely dark. You couldn't see anything because it was supposed to be like you're blind. So, and one of my friends suddenly goes like, "Whose shoes are glowing like that?" And I look at my shoes, and they're actually glowing in the dark. And this is also a Taylor Swift line, I think. Oh yeah, from This Love. This love is glowing in the dark. Oh, yeah. So not this love was glowing in the dark. It was my shoes. I had no idea that they did that. So weird. It didn't really. It wasn't really that bad for the exhibition because they didn't give light. It was just like, how do I say this word? Fluorescent? You know, it was just glowing, but it didn't actually light up anything. So uh, people could see where I am, and there was an option to take the shoes off, but they weren't really that disrupting. But it was so weird. I had no idea. I've had these shoes for over a year, and I had no idea that they glow in the dark. It's freaking crazy. Adidas, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. And also, they don't really glow because I've seen them in the dark in my house, right? When they are just lying there. But I think they only glow when I've been in the sun for a while. So I walked in the sun for like hours before this exhibition, and I think they just like caught the light and then started glowing in the dark. So yeah, that's super strange. So yes, it was in Warsaw. I was also in the um wait, the English name is a little bit different than the Polish, in the Museum of Life Under Communism. So it was also pretty interesting. Like a lot of things I could even remember from my childhood still because communism ended in 1989. Hello, I'm not even saying anything. Uh, and I was born in 1992, so there were a lot of things that were still in our house or something that I remember from my childhood, like radios or toys, or this really old vacuum cleaner that we had, and there was an identical one in this museum. So yeah, that was also pretty cool to see and to have like some memories unlocked in your head, you know. I think someone is definitely walking with a suitcase right under my building. Definitely, that's a very specific sound. Wait, how many people are watching? Can even. Oh, 42. That's pretty normal. That's just typical live stream. Sounds surreal to see ordinary items in museum. Yeah, but they are pretty obscure right now, so uh I guess I mean it's not just items. It's items that were like you could also read about history, and the items were just like addition, I guess, just like to really feel the vibe of that time. And yeah, so like it's pretty much a historic museum, you know. So yeah. But I guess it's, like when you go to, also, there are a few museums of, wait, what is it called? Of like cottage living, you know? In Poland, there are quite a few of them. One of them is in Sierpz, where my family actually lives. So I was there like twice, I think. And it doesn't really sound like a lot, considering that my family lives there, and I know this town pretty well, I guess. Maybe not pretty well, but I somewhat know it. But yeah, like there are these museums of cottagecore, and yeah, like life in villages, in the countryside, like from, and also like historically, so there are those houses, and you go inside the houses and you see like an old iron or a bed or like stuff that people used to use, and also stuff that is especially for people who lived in the countryside, like on a farm and stuff like that. So, no, the door is not open. Is it? No, it's not. um, so, yeah. So that, like, also you see a lot of ordinary objects, but it is actually a museum, and it feels like a museum. So, yeah. I went to a museum displaying things from the 2000s, like the first smartphones and stuff. Yeah. I mean, you can make a museum out of anything. I think was that in Berlin? There's a museum of games. So, I mean, sure. You can see older consoles and like boxes of games and just anything. I tried not to stare too much because it was on a tram, so that would be awkward. Yeah, I mean, I think I saw some people looking at me in a very, like in a way that made me think that they recognized me, but I am always like, nah, that's probably not it, because they would probably approach me and just like try to talk to me or something. I don't know if I would do that if I saw someone, but I always say that I am very open to it, and like, I don't know, I guess people are scared of me sometimes for some reason. Even the girl that worked at that exhibition, her friend had to ask me because she was too shy to do it. It's oh man, like I can't imagine being scared of me. I'm always scared of everything. Oh, thanks. You can actually see the color. I like that. Because normally this camera actually destroys colors and it doesn't see red that well. I considered coming to say hi, but I had to leave the tram at that time. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, like we missed each other, I guess. I missed the start because I got lost on Pinterest. My Pinterest, maybe? I have a Pinterest, just so you know. It's always in the description. Recently, I've also pinned some mods for The Sims 4 and The Sims 3. So, like custom content for The Sims 3 only, I guess. I can't even remember. But yeah, but I have some new boards. Very fresh. Oh, cool. I was in quite a few years ago. I was in Amsterdam and I actually went to the Van Gogh Museum and it was freaking awesome. Also, when I was in Milan, there like it was such a coincidence that there was an exhibition of impressionists, in the museum, and I was like, we're going. Because I mean, I think especially Gauguin, probably. Yeah, I think so. But there was also Cézanne, Seurat, I think. Was there Seurat though? I can't remember looking at his paintings, like the pointy ones, kind of like Pissarro. Um, I can't remember if Seurat was actually there. Anyway, there was also one Van Gogh painting, or maybe even two, and that was the first time when I saw a Van Gogh painting in real life, because that was first. We first went to Milan and then to Amsterdam. Yes, I like Impressionism very much. I'm not like super eloquent in it, I don't really have that much knowledge or whatever. But I am a real fan of Van Gogh. Oh, Derpy Point, thank you for again some currency that I don't know, but thanks anyway. Pinterest is blocked in my country for some reason. Are you in Russia? Because if anything is blocked in a country, it's probably Russia or China or the bad Korea that I can't remember which one it is. I never remember. I don't know. My reaction to European museums. Wish I can be there right now. Oh yeah, we have a lot of art in Europe in general, because why not? It was in Europe for the longest time. Kazakhstan. That's literally the first time I'm saying this country in English. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. Poland blocks gambling on Twitch. Yes. Yes, there is this thing. There is like this law that is like anti-gambling. So even if you're doing like, you can't even do a giveaway in Poland if you want to do it like fully legally and you don't want to be caught and like have some kind of punishment or something. So if you want to give out something, like recently I was giving away Barnacle Bay for The Sims 3 because I bought it twice by mistake, and I just thought, okay, so I will just give it to one of my viewers. I actually had to make it a contest. I had to come up with something that they would have to like compete in, and I had to choose the one person that would win it, because there is like law that forbids you from doing that, from doing giveaways, because that's gambling. So yeah. Pinterest is not blocked in Russia. Okay, good to know. Oh, I'm saying it right. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so when does the law apply to EU or just Poland? It's just Poland. I'm not sure about other countries. There might be other countries in Europe or the European Union that also have this, but like to me, this is specific for Poland, especially that we have this. I don't know the law of other countries, but like in England or anywhere else, pretty much you can just like have giveaways. And that's it. But in Poland, you have to be actually pretty careful with it. They should just ban those people who sell mystery boxes to children? Is that the reason for that law? Huh. Okay. I mean, anti-gambling in general is not really that much of a bad thing, but they could just like, just make this law for certain things and not ban things that are pretty harmless, really. Because it's not actual gambling when you're just having a giveaway, right? Apparently, Slovakia banned Twitch entirely last year because one streamer played poker. Oh, wow. Same thing here in French Canada for gambling laws. For giveaways, they usually have you answer a simple math equation. Yeah, for it to be legal, it becomes a skill contest then. For me, it wasn't really a skill contest. It was just like, come up with something and the thing I like the most will just win the thing. Yeah. So I don't really feel very fair with it, honestly. Like, I had to actually choose who wins. So, I would like it to actually be random, but I couldn't do that. Like, there probably isn't really a high chance that someone would notice and, like, report it or whatever, but why take the risk, right? Also, I have a partnership with Instant Gaming on my Polish channel, and there is a giveaway every month there, and I kind of wonder how they do that. Like, Instant Gaming is not a Polish site, it's like international. It just has like a department in Poland that I advertise, and so I guess they could just like say that, hey, we're a company registered in this and this country, not in Poland, so leave us alone. We can do giveaways. You could technically choose the winner at random. Yeah, but I mean, people were really like putting effort to it, so I figured that I would also have to put some effort into it. Also, I announced who won and their application, so I don't know. It just felt more honest to do it this way, but also I would definitely prefer for it to just be random and just be random without lying or whatever. Okay, I drank my tea and now I'm hot, of course. So what have you guys been up to? Last weekend when I was in Warsaw, I I don't know. I didn't really do much when it comes to the internet. So yeah, so tell me, what happened? Except for, of course, Taylor Swift's album being announced. But that was actually today for me. So yeah, like I woke up and it was like 4 hours ago. So yeah, that actually makes sense when I think of time zones. Jesus. Somehow I knew that someone would say that I was hot before drinking the tea. Thank you. Yesterday I was so tired that I was actually almost sleeping at watching This Is Us. This never happened before, but I have watched it before. We're at season 5 with my boyfriend, and I already watched it last year, so I was like, yeah, okay, I can just sleep. It's definitely worse when I fall asleep at something that I haven't watched before. Yeah, and today I was just like, whoa. I think I like really woke up at like 12:30 p.m. I mean, I got up at like 10, but I slept in a little bit today after all these, after this whole trip. I turned off my alarm for today. But yeah, but I was like, oh, I was like, whatever. Went to Krakow for a concert. I'll be in Krakow in October probably. Because some of my friends couldn't really make it to Warsaw. I especially went to Warsaw to meet up with my friends that are scattered all over Poland, and some of them have it a lot closer to go to Krakow, and one of them actually lives there. So I might actually go to Krakow. I'm planning that for October. So yeah. And ate some pinsa, an older version of pizza. Pretty good, highly recommend. There's something like that in Krakow? I might try it. I mean, it has cheese, it has dough probably, so it's probably good. Did Carlos Caliente die in your Pleasant View 2.0? Um, no, he is like young. He's like my age. So I'd rather not. I'd rather him not die. Um, I think his is that his son? Yeah, he has a son. And I think his son is still a toddler. So no. Oh wait, is there a doggo outside my window? Huh? Not right now. That's sad. There's almost always a doggo in there. Spooky season. Yeah, in TK Maxx there are already Halloween ornaments. Pretty cool, really. I might buy something. Yeah, I am so ready for fall. I'm super ready. Like it's I'm tired um of the heat. It's not really that hot in Gdynia, but still. Oh my god, in Warsaw, that was like the heat was worse. Aw. A lot worse. Aw. Um, yeah, like I am so used to actually having air because I live in the north, close to the sea. So I got out on of the train and like left the station, and I was like, holy hell, this is something. It was so freaking hot, and when I came back to Gdynia, as I said, at about 10 p.m., it was like 20 degrees and windy, and was actually pretty cold for me, wearing the stuff that I was wearing in the heat in Warsaw. So, yeah, like, there's a huge difference. And today it's like 25 degrees and windy, so it's actually it's a lot hotter inside for some reason, and outside it's pretty nice actually. So, but still, this summer, even in Gdynia, it was pretty hot, pretty often. So even when we had like thunderstorms day by day at some point, the air was just always super dense, and oh man, it was really bad. So I am ready for fall, like really. Just looked up one MYR, my home currency, and it's 105 PLN. Okay. Thank you. Wait, but what currency is that? From what country? I can't even recognize like the shortcut, the code for it. Yeah, Gdynia is super windy always, because it's close to the sea. Even like I don't really live that close to the sea, but technically it's not even sea. It's a bay, I guess. But anyway, there are beaches and stuff. So it's a so it's the seaside, you know. Um, so but still, like, Gdynia, like, nothing in Gdynia is really that far away from the sea because it was built at the seaside, and then some districts were just made a little bit further from the seaside, but still, like, the whole town is pretty close, like never more than 10 kilometers, I guess. So because of that, it's pretty windy in here, and the air is usually pretty cold, I guess. It's never, maybe not never, but it's rarely very dense that you can breathe, you know, and like humid. Usually it's like a little bit crispy, so it's nice. But then I go to my hometown, Łódź, or to Warsaw or somewhere, and I'm like, damn, you guys don't even have oxygen in here. Well, yeah, Warsaw has a river, so. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would pass for a Serbian, I think. I always thought that I might have some like Southern European genes, but no DNA test ever said that. So, at least for my brother, because he was the one that made them, but like, we share both parents, so it's not really that much of a difference. At least I think you can swim in Gdynia when you go to the pool. In Gdańsk, the weather is so hot. Yeah, even if you're like in the old town and it's really close to a river, it's really hot in there because, you know, like in the, I think also an advantage of Gdynia is that it has a lot of flora. It has a lot of trees and everything. It's almost, there isn't really, there is barely a place in Gdynia that doesn't have trees close. Like, I see the forest outside my window. So it's, yeah, like, it's very foresty. And even if you live in a district somewhere, like, like, there's Gdynia, and it's just surrounded by forests everywhere. So also I think because of that the air is just colder. Even if you go to the center, it might be hot, but but you will see a lot of places on your way that there are a lot of trees and you can just hide in the shade. So it's yeah, I think this is also something that makes Gdynia a little bit colder than other towns. So we cannot swim in the sea or bay, as you said in Gdynia. I don't know. I haven't tried. But the Polish Sea isn't the best. Like, it can be a little bit dirty. It's not very salty, so the water doesn't really like lift you that much, and also it's super freaking cold. Oh my god, it's like icy. It's hardly ever even good to like go in. It's so cold. Also because it's not salty. Would you guys say that Gdynia and Gdańsk are like twin cities? Absolutely not. They are so different. Oh my god, like Gdynia, first of all, Gdynia is like 1/3 when it comes to population, 1/3 of Gdańsk. The Baltic Sea, yeah. And I said Polish Sea, but it's not a Polish sea. We say that we go on vacation to Polish Sea, you know, but like there are a lot of other countries that have this sea too. Baltic Sea. So No, it is salty, but it's not super salty. I think it's the least salty sea out there, the Baltic Sea. So yeah, like it's a sea, so it is salty, right? But it's just less salty than any other sea. Yeah, it's definitely not salty. It's only dirty. Too late now. The sea belongs to us. Um, so Gdynia is 1/3 in population, comparing to Gdańsk. And also it's just generally smaller, but it's also a lot newer. So Gdynia is only like 100 years old. So it's like 105 or something like that. Can't remember exactly, but it's just it looks so much different than Gdańsk. It's like you can't even compare. Even though it's the Tri-City, so technically like it's a whole agglomeration, and uh, it's like the towns are very connected to one another, and there are barely any differences. Like there aren't really like empty spaces between the towns. You just leave one and you're immediately in the other one and the other one. And some boundaries are actually like ambiguous. You can't really tell where you are exactly. Especially when you're going like when you're walking on the beach. You can be in Gdańsk and in 5 minutes you can be in Sopot, and you're like, you don't even know. So 105 years is considered young. It is, because it's Europe. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, I remember watching Gilmore Girls, and them saying that what was the name of that, Stars Hollow, that their town their town had a lot of tourists because it was an old town, and they said that it's 200 years old, and I was like, that's old. But then it hit me that it's the United States, so yes, 200 years old is old. Gdynia is 96 years old. Wasn't there 100 years like anniversary a few years ago? I need to Google that. I'm pretty sure it was there. Wait. Or maybe it was just, oh, or maybe it was just the harbor. Huh. Maybe, but that was this year. Where did I see an anniversary? Maybe it was actually 90 years. Maybe it was 90. That's true. That's yeah, that could have been 6 years ago. I guess. Well, okay. So it's nearly 100 years old. So it doesn't really look like a Polish town, like a typical Polish town because of that. Um, Also, Łódź as a city is also not really that old. Like the village that was there is super old. It's like 500 years old or something, but or even six. But like Łódź as a city is very young actually, because when it started developing into a city, into the promised land that it was for a while, it wasn't really that long ago. So yeah, so it's also very new when it comes to architecture and like how the city is built itself. So yeah, so if you even compare Gdańsk to Gdynia, they look really different because there's just a lot of difference in age of those towns. Okay, I think I will get another light because it's getting a bit darker and also a bit cloudy, I think. Oh, yes. Illuminated. Oh, that's super light now. Okay. So yes, for Poland, you know, like, you know that it's because of this light that my lipstick isn't red anymore. Okay, good to know. Luminoso. R.I.P. the colors, yes. I can't really make this light. I can't remember the word. Wait. Lag. I can't make it shine less because it's just a lamp. But I can only change this light. This right here. Hi there. This actually has like levels, but you can't change the other one. Also, this one is very cold and this one is very warm, so it's weird. Yeah, now it's coral pink. That's true. Yeah, so I was talking about I was trying to say that the moment when Poland became Christian was before the year 1000. If I remember well from history classes, that was 966. So, like, that's a really long time ago. And it was already Poland, so yeah. 100 years is not really that much. How was your trip? That was 1996? Maybe that was 1996. I can't really remember exactly. This or that, but still before the year 1000, so. Oh, 1966, someone is saying. Yeah, because there was this thing in communism that in the 60s there were a lot of there were a lot of like districts of buildings built especially for the like millennium anniversary of the Christianism of Poland, right? That was that, and those districts are called the Millennium Districts, like in the name of that anniversary, right? Is that this anniversary or did I confuse it? I think it's this. So it had to be in 1966. Wait, 966, yes. The 3-digit years are very weird to say in English. Just some configuration of numbers 6 and 9, best numbers. Yeah, so like in the 60s they built a lot of those districts because that was for the anniversary, right? Because it was 1,000 years after that. Is it? I think. Yeah, so it's like every bigger town in Poland, or even not bigger. Like I think there is this district in Sierpc as well. Yeah, I think so. So it's not really that big of a town, but yeah, so like a lot of towns in Poland have this district, the Millennium District, that just is like very communist blocks of flats, you know, the ones that you could see in like Chernobyl or something. So yeah. Oh, and how was my trip? It was very nice. Very nice. I met up with some really cool people. I went to 2 museums. And it was really intense 3 days. That's why I'm tired. You weren't mine to lose. Oh. Obviously, it's in my head. Oh, and also a pretty big difference between Gdynia and Gdańsk is the temperature. Like, like really, it's not really that far away, and the difference can be huge. It can even be like 15 degrees of difference. Like there's 30 in Gdańsk and there's 15 in Gdynia. Like literally it can be like that. Yes, I met up with Dramcia. It's she's a pretty popular YouTuber in Poland, so she wanted to meet me, so I was like, okay. We're doing it. What is up with my hair? I don't know. Okay. It's always like that. Why do I even bother? What I'm doing tonight? A what? Well, I think after the stream I will just chill because I don't think I have the strength to do anything else except just recording one video and making the live stream. I think I will just watch something or like go to sleep or whatever. Also, in Warsaw there's this building, very, also a communist building, but very like a symbol of Warsaw pretty much, and it's the Palace of Science and Culture. I can't remember if this is the exact name for it in English, but I grew to hate this building because it's symmetrical and it's like the same on every side. So I, not knowing the center of Warsaw at all and not being able to figure out where I am from other buildings, when I look at this building, I have no idea on which side I am. So I got lost a lot in the center of Warsaw when I was alone. There were moments when I was alone and I was just always going the wrong way, because even if I had the map and the navigation and everything with me, and I was just holding it in my hand, but still, because I thought I was at the opposite side of the building. So yeah. Who built this? I mean, I know who built this, the Russians, but still. But still, it's, oh man. There are a lot of these buildings in other, like, post Soviet countries. Like, when there's what's the name for that in English? USSR. Yeah, like post USSR countries. So it's not only exclusive for Warsaw and Poland. I definitely believe Poland would be an awesome country to visit. Depends on where you go exactly, but yes, I think so. Also, in Warsaw, of course, there's metro, there's subway. This is the only place where the subway is, and it's not really great, but it is kind of great in ways, because I was like taking the subway to a lot of places. Stop being hard to make in The Sims. My nose is the worst to make in The Sims. I can't get it right. Hello. What is the... I don't know that song from Ariana Grande. Why is it called 34, 35? Can someone explain it to me? What are the lyrics? How was my boyfriend's trip? Pretty good. I mean, it was for work, so it was also tiring. But it was cool. He's content. But he's also glad to be back home. In Krakow, we don't have the subway, but we have broken trams. In Gdynia, we don't have trams, but we have buses. But we have the one of the most expensive tickets for like, you know, town buses and stuff. It's for the whole Tri-City, really, because the tickets are similar. Even though there are two separate countries that take care of public transport in Gdańsk and Gdynia. It was supposed to merge. It was supposed to just be one, but they can't like agree on stuff, I guess, or something like that. So I think in Gdynia especially, the tickets are this expensive. Hey yo, have you listened to Eminem before? I mean, is it possible for a millennial to not hear Eminem ever? Of course I did. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Oh, the math. She did the math. In Krakow, it's 4 zloty for normal ticket for 20 minutes. So I think it's actually more expensive than here because we don't have periodic tickets. I mean, we kind of do, but we kind of don't. There's the cheapest ticket that you can get is just for like one ride. And it's technically an hour long, but you can't change buses with this ticket. If you want to change buses, you have to get a ticket for 75 minutes. It used to be 60 minutes. Oh, there's a doggo. You can hear it. And the cheapest one is 460. And like, if I want to go to the center or something, and it's like, it's not really that long of a drive, or if I just want to like go somewhere just one stop, I have to pay 460 for that one stop. For those who don't know how much money this is, 460 zloty is like a little bit more than €1, like euro 10 maybe, something like that. So like for us it's a lot, okay? €1.10 doesn't really sound that like it's a lot, but like for one or two bus stops to ride, it's really like it's a lot. And if you get the 75-minute one, it's exactly 5 zloty, I think, and then you can change the bus at least, but so yeah, it was like 1 zloty cheaper before June. It got a lot more expensive in June for some reason. Now it's less than €1. It's about €1. Dollar is that expensive now? Holy hell! Yeah, so it's like €1 on or a dollar. In Germany, it's 3.30. Yeah, but like you can't really compare those prices that like that because Polish people don't really make relatively the same money as German people. Like if you count like basic salary or like the medium salary in Poland to euros, it's not really that much. So, you know, it's like relatively Poland has become a lot like really expensive comparing to how much money people actually make. Let's just put it that way. $1 is €1 now. That's so weird. But yeah, I guess. No, wait. That's strange, really. Why is dollar that expensive? What is happening in the United States that dollar is that strong? Because it used to be super expensive, but like a long time ago, but like right after, maybe not right after World War II, but like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. But now, like, America is now great. So I'm really uh, surprised by it. I'm glad I found this channel thanks to my Sims 2 Double Deluxe CD I found in the thrift store. How did you find this channel thanks to a CD? But well, I'm glad that you're glad. I feel like in Poland you can barely make any money. That's true. Good I have this channel. And some, some ads from other countries that make me more money. A little bit at least. Looked it up on YouTube? Oh, okay. Wait, I'm Googling. Okay, so like uh like the medium wage, is that the term for it? I guess is like 4,700 zloty, let's say. Uh so that's like, well, that's actually pretty easy to count considering the currency differences now, because it's actually about 1,000 euros or dollars. So, and this is the medium that people make. So a lot of people make a lot less than that. You know? Like a lot of people make much less than that. I make much less than that. Maybe not much. I don't know. I don't even know, because like I have expenses and I have different like sources of income, and I can't really tell how much money I actually make. The most important thing is that I am not dying of hunger, but like the medium wage is not really that realistic for a lot of people. Of course, a lot of people also make a lot more than that, but a lot of people make a lot less than that. So if it's $1 to get on the bus and go somewhere, like that's a lot of money when you only have $1,000 in a month, right? It's and it's not even that bad of a salary when you make that. So yeah. And this is also a salary already counting like taxes and insurance and all that, counting it out. So this is like the real money that you have, you know. $1,000 is the price of the newest iPhone. Is it that cheap? That sounds cheap for an iPhone, really. I guess it's more expensive in Poland because the export and stuff like that. Yeah, like it has to like come to Poland, it has to be transported in here. So I think an iPhone is actually like 5 or 6,000. Like, is it what? Isn't it normal for iPhone to be more than your salary? Like, for us, it's pretty normal that it's more than your salary. One salary, it's like 1.5 of your salary usually. Oh, I don't think Poland will. Like, it's definitely not soon for Poland to have euro, because we don't really have money for that, because euro is a lot more expensive than Polish zloty. So how would we even like do that? People would just be even poorer than now if we did that. Someone should super chat in euro or dollars. Best would be pounds because they are the most expensive. How much is a pound now? It's probably actually close to a euro, but um, it's 5.54. Yeah, it's pretty normal, I guess, for a pound. Yes, I have been to Germany. I have been in Berlin actually, like 3 years ago. I was in Berlin 3 years ago. Before the pandemic. That was like my last like real vacation before the pandemic. iPhone is always infamous for costing an arm and a leg, but I think it is relatively cheaper for where it comes from, you know. And I don't mean China. I mean the States. Maybe that's a good measurement, your salary in relation to iPhone prices. I don't even want an iPhone, but I like that would be a huge expense for me because it actually costs like the same as a computer. Like to me, if a phone costs the same money as a computer, there's something not right. Like a phone shouldn't be this expensive. I don't really feel comfortable with the idea. I mean, I don't judge anyone who has an iPhone. Like everyone has their own reasons to get one, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of Polish people have iPhones too. But I wouldn't really feel comfortable having a phone that is that expensive, that is the price of my computer, because like I can always lose it or break it or something, and it feels a little bit too fragile to cost this much. So the basic iPhone 13 costs 3K in zloty. That's not really that much. My phone was like 1,700, I think, something like that. But it's actually considered a cheaper phone, I guess, or like medium, like moderately expensive, you know. What? How about Kuwaiti dinar super chat? I mean, you can do whatever you want. I will just thank you. How it doesn't matter how much money that is. It costs a country a lot to switch to euros. Yeah. Poland is in a really bad place economically right now. Even like 15 years ago, people were saying, "Oh, we can't afford to go to euro. We can't afford to switch." And now it's like freaking impossible. Yeah, from the medium shelf. Yes, exactly. That's what I was going for. But I think that's only a Polish saying. I don't know. Moderately expensive makes sense, I think. In Germany, it costs 830 euro. That sounds like really a lot of money. What is the like medium wage for Germany? What? 2,600 euros? Are you guys crazy? Oh my god, that's like 2.5 times more than in Poland. Of course. I mean, everything is a lot more expensive relatively too. But man, that's a lot. What's minimum wage though? Oh, it's actually called median wage. Huh. Okay, what's minimum? Oh, it's 1,000, 1,600 almost. Wow, it's higher than the median wage in Poland. Like a lot higher. There's a really angry dog out there. Maybe enough about money. In South Korea, the average wage is like 13K PLN, which is Polish currency. And the prices are really close to those in Poland. Wow, those guys are rich. No wonder a lot of Polish have migrated to across Europe. Yeah. Oh my God, there are so many Polish people living abroad. €1,688 is minimum wage in Sweden. Sweden is just Sweden is another planet. Like, Scandinavian countries are just so different. But you guys have crazy taxes, so I don't know if it's actually that better. I mean, if the taxes actually do something, then sure. But again, also it's also important if you're saying, "Oh, thank you for wait, you were a member before, I think, but thank you for coming back." It also depends if you count it, like after counting out the taxes and everything, right? Because I was only giving you the numbers that you have, like without the taxes and everything, what you actually get. In Polish, we call it netto, just so you know. But it's different in English. I don't even know. There's nearly 40 million people in Poland and 55 million Poles across the globe. I mean, I guess if you count all the people that also have like heritage, right? Like in Chicago, there are a lot of people. So 15 million people speak Polish but do not live here. You mean, okay, they speak Polish, so that's a lot. Because a lot of people of Polish descent don't really speak it. So I guess you mean actual Polish people. Yeah, I mean, 15 million makes sense that they are just somewhere else. Yeah, there are a lot of people in the UK, of course, in the States and in Germany as well. Yeah, like those are the three main destinations, I guess. Why is Poland so poor? Because reasons. Oh, 15s? What would actually be a pretty nice donation. Minimum wage in Poland around $500. In Germany, $1,300, according to Wikipedia. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Go eat something. You'll be fine. You can always just like rewind the stream a little bit and watch only the parts when I actually say something, and you will catch up eventually. Have you considered donations for your Twitch streams? Uh, I don't know. Like, I'm a little bit lazy to actually set it up. So like you can subscribe, but I haven't actually like thought about it about that. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy your food. I will probably eat something too after the stream, even though I ate right before it. Obviously. The pigeons in The Sims 3 are flat too. It's not only a Sims 4 thing. I know I don't usually um, defend The Sims 4, but I'm kind of doing that now. I just like to be fair, you know? Wait, the light is on, but my window isn't entirely closed. I think I will close it. That's a lot of noise. Yo. To be fair, The Sims 4 pigeons are The Sims 2 pigeons? Are there even pigeons in The Sims 2? There aren't pigeons in The Sims 2. What are you talking about? Do you have any ideas for gameplay series when the Genesis reach 10 generations? You mean when I finish the series? Because when they reach 10 generations, that won't be the ending. Like when the 10th generation is alive. Yeah, I do. The Genesis will probably end sooner than expected because... What is this? I can't really see it here. I can only see it there, so I guess this is just like light. Yeah, they will end sooner than expected because now they will appear every week because I'm taking a break from the Planet Alare series, so... it's probably pretty soon. Maybe it will actually end this year. So I am already thinking about the next thing I'm gonna do. So yes, I do have some ideas. You have very, very pretty clothes. Thanks. Well, when it comes to defending The Sims in general, I will always be doing that. Always. Always. Recently, we've had a discussion on my Facebook group about tattoos that are related to The Sims. And someone said that... wait. Can't remember the exact context of that comment, but basically she said that in 50 years she wouldn't be playing The Sims anymore. And I was like, why wouldn't you? Why? I will be playing The Sims in 50 years if I'm alive. So, I'm gonna be 80. No, I'm not gonna be alive. But like in 30 years or 40, if I'm still alive, I will play The Sims still. Or something similar, whatever there is. So, nothing can stop me. I remember Genesis was kind of slow between Othen and Samaya, then suddenly it's fast. Why was it slow when there was Othen and Samaya? I don't know. Was Plant Alaris already around? Probably not. I just wasn't playing for that long in one episode for some reason. I will still be playing Sims even when I'm not alive. Ah, well. What? No. The university was only in Generation 2 and Generation Kingston. Generation Kingston. Which generation was that? Sixth, right? Right. So that might have been a little bit slower, but that wasn't Othen or Samaya. I think that was actually pretty fast because I remember that, um, like when you go to the channel and see the videos or go to the playlist and see the Genesee playlist. Playlists, uh, Genesee Legacy. You will actually see that a lot, like even from the titles and thumbnails, you can see that like it was happening pretty fast. Like in episode 30, Samaya was a toddler. In episode 31, she was a child, and in 33, she was already a teenager. So yeah, and not and in 41, which is 9 episodes away, Samaya is already pregnant. So I think it was actually pretty fast. Also, it might have been slower because I was also taking care of Garland, of that side of the family, and now it's maybe a little bit faster because I don't have that side of the family to take care of anymore. So okay, like it could be. It could be that. There's also an episode titled "Age Confusion," and this is this is something that happens a lot. I didn't even remember that there was an episode titled that. But I've had a lot of age confusions already between the different families. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was Rio who had his own thing. Then there was Meadow who remarried, and Garland who had his thing. Like he was a serial romancer, and then he had a child, and everything. So yeah, like that could have been slower because of that. And Samaya was already there, definitely when that was happening. Because Othen and Rio were first cousins, right? Yeah, because Othen was Andler's son and Rio was Addison's son. So first cousins, definitely. But definitely then. No, wait. No, I think Planet Aladdin was already there when this generation was happening. Wait, when Samaya was a toddler, that was March 4th, 2021, and Planet Aladdin's. Where is this? I have so many playlists. Oh, okay, I see it. And Planet Alaric started, oh my god, in October 2020. That's crazy. So definitely. Wait, October 2020? So that was generation 3 for the Genesis. Yeah. Like the beginning of generation 3, probably. So these series were actually going side by side for a really long time. I didn't even realize that. I just lived day by day, so I don't even know. Have you ever tried onigiri? Wait, I have to. I think so. Have to just remind myself what this is. Oh no, actually I haven't. But I will. I will one day. I definitely will. And now I'm hungry. Yeah, I mean the stop scratching. Not scratching the bite. The mere fact that Planet Aladdin started uh what? Now would be a good time to insert ads? No. I'm talking right now, excuse me. Um so yeah, the mere fact that Planet Aladdin started in my previous apartment is actually saying a lot because I've been living here for like a year and a half. More than that, I think. So that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, it is almost 2 years old. So uh, no wonder I feel a little bit burned out by it. When I see Rio, I see Ethan Bunch. It would be even more like Ethan if he actually ended up blonde. He could have. Okay, I guess I can be here until like 9 p.m. It's not 9 p.m. for all of you, but so it's like 22 minutes. 23 really, but I had to do it. I wish I had The Sims 2. Well, you can just download it. It was free for a long time, really. If you asked the support, like the EA help, for it, so it was free for like 4 years, and now it's not sold anywhere except the App Store for iOS, which is actually not like the Ultimate Collection, but for like Windows users, there isn't really a way to buy it except CDs, used CDs that don't give money to EA anyway. So it's like, is there a point in even buying CDs anymore? Like if you want it, sure. If you want to have a real legal copy, I recommend buying a CD. That's perfectly fine. But I don't really feel like it's as bad to actually download the game, because if you can't buy it anywhere and it was free for a while now and a lot of people have it, it's like it's not really that bad. Okay, now 22 is in my head. I have to switch it back to August. Yeah, it's also there's this thing that in The Sims, that if you have more Sims to take care of, it just takes longer because you don't speed up as much because you have a lot of people to take care of. And it was also the case um in my legacy in The Sims 4 on my Polish channel, that whenever there were a lot of people, um that generation just was just lasted longer for a bigger number of episodes, because there was only so much I could do in an episode with so many people. So it's also the case for the Genesis, I guess. Like when there were more than 5 people in the family, it just took longer. After the stream, I will just chill. I've been watching this TV show called The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell, and Reese Witherspoon, which is just like, what a cast, right? And it's really freaking good. It's on Apple TV, so not something that a lot of people have, I guess. But speaking of iPhones, but I actually have it kind of by accident because my boyfriend wanted to give it as a present for his dad's birthday. That was like 2 weeks ago, and it turned out that that his parents have like like Android TV or something like that, and they couldn't even have this app. It was like weird, but instead he bought them Disney Plus, and yeah, and we just took the Apple TV that he bought for them. So when like using it, if we already have it by accident, then yeah. And this show is actually pretty cool. Jennifer Aniston's hair has been the same for 20 years, and she cannot change it because it's a symbol. So it's like an archetype. So if she ever changes her hair, it's gonna be a freaking disaster. Like people will literally be crying. People will be devastated. So she is 20 years older than she was in Friends, even more. Definitely more than 20 years, and she has exactly the same hair that she had then. It's just like hair and her face looking a little bit older, and that's it. But she is absolutely fantastic in this show. I mean, what do you expect from Jennifer Aniston? She's freaking awesome. Yes, I've watched Westworld, but that was also a show that I was kind of falling asleep watching. We watched 2 seasons, and then I said that I told my boyfriend to just watch the rest himself, like alone, because I was like, okay, I can't really keep up with anything in this show, and I'm really trying not to sleep because we always watch TV shows right before bed, and and I was just sleeping. I had to use all the force I have in me to not fall asleep. So there was no space for me to even try to understand what was going on. So the first season was really good. And in the second season, I was just like, okay, there's too much happening. I can't even. Yeah, so I've watched like half of the show so far, but I'm probably not watching the rest. What is something you would want to change about The Sims 2 uh, and The Sims 3 if you had the chance? Well, I have a lot of mods for The Sims 2, so I guess I would just change everything about the game itself that I have changed with mods. Right? That makes sense. And in The Sims 3, well, performance, I think. I have the smooth patch and a lot of different things, but it's still not really ideal, especially when you have a bigger family and a bigger save and maybe a lot of pets in the family too. Then your Sims just take forever to change clothes. It doesn't happen on new saves, or it doesn't happen if you have a smaller family. But whenever the save file is a little bit bigger, or your family is a little bit bigger, then it's super annoying. It's good to pause the game when that happens, and it might happen faster thanks to that. Like they might actually change the clothes immediately when you unpause the game, but it's actually really freaking annoying. Is it that boring? Westworld, you mean? I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I don't think it's something that my brain is like ready to comprehend, you know? It's almost 3 a.m. here, so I'll head off. Oh man, good night. Have you watched the series of Money Heist? No. I've heard this, but I don't. Wait. What? Are you are you for real? Money Heist is wait, what's the Spanish for it? La Casa del Papel, I think? Something like that. Uh really? It's called Money Heist in English? What the hell? But anyway, no, I haven't because I'm freaking stupid and I can't read and I don't really watch things that aren't in English or Polish, maybe. Um, so no, I don't watch anything that is in Spanish or any other language that I don't understand. So yeah. For some time I even had a problem with watching British stuff because I had to read because I couldn't understand every single word, especially when it's David Tennant, who is a freaking Scottish person and I can't understand shit when he's talking. Um, so yeah, La Casa de Papel. Yeah, okay. So I mean, I could technically watch Money Heist, and like watch it with like dub, right? Like with voiceover or whatever, but it's not the same. So I don't know. Also, it looks weird when it's real people talking and their lips are moving in a different way than the words that come out of their mouths. It's like with cartoons, it doesn't, or with anime, it doesn't really. It doesn't really look that bad, but when it comes to real actors, it's weird. Germany does that a lot, but well. Oh. Uh, Someone is saying that that thrift stores have a lot of The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 um, CDs. Well, I hope you're not like wait. I hope it doesn't bother you that you can't re-register them on Origin. I was super lucky with it when I bought. What was that? There was uh, like an auction for it. And I managed to get three things from that, I think, because someone was actually selling the whole collection of The Sims 3, and I got I think Generations, Showtime, and something else, and maybe Ambitions. I'm not sure. So like three CDs, and they were not registered, so I could just like put them up on Origin and The Sims 3 Com and everything, even though they were used. So I felt really really lucky with it. I didn't even think about that, and I just bought it, and then I was like, oh wait, because I'm actually setting up Origin right now, so can I do that? And it turned out I can, so I was like, yeah, I was super lucky. If there was a Taylor Swift concert somewhere in Europe, would you consider going? I wouldn't really hope for a concert in Poland. Maybe except the open air festival, but even though it's in my town, I don't think I would go. I think I would prefer to actually go to like Berlin or somewhere for her concert than to go to like a festival in my actual town. But I am not a fan of festivals. I feel like there are a lot of people there, and there would be a lot of people who are not really interested in Taylor, and it's like there would just be a lot more people than on a normal concert of hers. So and it could be more expensive, really. I'm not sure. I mean, if I bought a ticket in Berlin, I guess that would be a lot more expensive in euros, and also to go there. Yeah. But well, if there was a concert somewhere close, Berlin is pretty close. Um, Also, if it was somewhere, no, Prague is definitely too far away from me. Uh, I think Germany would be the closest of countries where she would actually go. I think Germany would be the closest, definitely. So yeah, if it was in like Berlin, I would totally go. I think if I would actually, if I actually bought the ticket, managed to buy the ticket for it, because it would probably be gone in no time. So yeah. Back when Sims 3 was new, and a thing. Okay, I know what you mean. Barely anyone used Origin, considering most of us were kids. I was 17 when Sims 3 came out. But um, but yeah, like Origin was even created like 2 or 3 years after the Sims 3 premiere. So a lot of people were just like, whatever, I'm not getting it, you know? I do remember that there was download manager that I didn't really need because I had the game pirated but back then, so it was just annoying. Who is your favorite Polish singer? I don't know. Kasia Kowalska, maybe? Damn, you're old. I am almost 30 years old. When wait, the new album of Taylor Swift will actually be released exactly um, for 15 days, I think, before my 30th birthday. Is that 15? I think that's 15. Because October is 31 days, right? Right. So yeah, I think that will be exactly 15 days. But well, I don't know about you, but I look 22. So, whatever, man. Except that my back hurts, and that's the only thing that makes me think that I am actually 30. Hmm. 30 isn't that much, thanks. I mean, I think so too, really. Most of the time, at least. Okay, about 6 more minutes. If you guys have any other questions, you look 17. No one asks me for my ID anymore, so definitely not 17. Did you know that Adele and Taylor Swift have less than a 2 year gap? I think. I mean, when you count the years, it's actually 1 year, right? But Taylor was born in December, so she can be almost 2 years younger than Adele. Adele is older, right? She's 1988, if I remember well, and Taylor is 1989. So, like, Taylor Swift is only 3 years older than me. That's a surprising age gap. Not Adele and Taylor Swift. Like, Joe Alwyn, her boyfriend, is my boyfriend's age. Except that I think his birthday is in like February or something. I can't remember exactly, but so he's like a little bit older probably. But still, like they were born in the same year. It's so weird. So yeah, like if I knew someone that was Taylor Swift's age, I would actually consider them my peer because there's barely any difference at that age. I have friends who are like 27, like 3 years younger than me, and I don't even consider them like there's any difference. Except maybe when Adele is May 1988 and Taylor is December 1989. So it's like 1.5 year, really. Yeah, something like that. Like a year and 7 months. Um, yes, Taylor Swift is 32. Adele is in her 30s. I thought she was 40 plus. Are you kidding me? I mean, maybe when she was, before she lost weight, maybe she looked a little bit older, but now she looks super young. You guys didn't know that Taylor is 32? I mean, she will be 33 this December. So yeah, she even posted on Instagram that I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 32 when it was her birthday. She loves her birthday, same as I do. So yeah. Of course she is. She's a very mature woman already. But yeah, I don't really consider her that much older than me. I guess when I was, I don't know, like, wait. When she released Red, she was 23, let's say. I was 20 back then, so maybe then I would actually consider her a lot older, or when she was like starting off with her career, and let's say that she was like 18 when I heard her first song, when it actually came to Poland because it was so popular. She was 18 or 19 back then, so when I was like 16, then that felt like a gap. Now we're just like both 30 years old to me. It's like whatever. I mean, someone that is into, the lore and likes to know a lot of information about Taylor, then it's really not shocking what age she is. It's especially that, come on, she has an album called 1989, which is her year of birth. So, like, that's pretty obvious how old she is. It wasn't a coincidence that she named this album that. Did you even know that this album exists if you're surprised how old she is? Oh, Selena Gomez is actually my age, I think. I think she is exactly. She was born on the same year. Gomez. Yeah. She's my age. But she is 30 already. Although she actually doesn't look her age, like at all, because she has a total baby face. She has a classic. She is a classic case of baby face, definitely. I think my boyfriend is starting to watch Game of Thrones because I heard the HBO thing. Although whenever I hear the HBO thing, like the static and the woo, my brain goes, my brain just plays the opening of Sex and the City every freaking time. Oh my gosh, that's why it's called 1989. Yes, that's exactly why it's called this way. It is supposed to be, I mean, it is inspired by 80s music like synth pop, but also she just named it after her date of birth because it was like coincidental that it was supposed to be like late 80s music, like inspired by that, of course, but like in a modern way, I guess. But also, she used her date of birth as the title. So yeah. Same with Ariana Grande. She's only 29, but I've known her for a very long time, and I am surprised. She was born in 1993 or four. I can't remember. I know that she is of similar age as me. What? Taylor Swift sounds like some kind of food? I think it sounds like someone who makes clothes and is very fast in it. You know, who just sews clothes very fast. Like the fastest tailor. 1993, yeah, okay. It always kind of felt like she was my age. So yeah. But of course, there are a lot of even like millennial stars that are old, that are younger than me. Like Justin Bieber, I think is. I mean, Ariana is also younger than me, but Justin Bieber is like 94, I think. So he's also younger. Of course, I'm not counting people who are like 20 now or like 18 or whatever. But the bigger stars that started being popular like 10 years ago or something, or even more. So yeah, there are a lot of people who are actually younger. There's a very popular male singer in Poland. His name is Dawid Podsiadło, and he is actually younger than me. I think 1 or 2 years, which is weird. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but sometimes I'm like, really? You know, like what have I done with my life? If someone who's younger than me is so successful, you know, I think everyone has these thoughts. And when it's I think I already said that, but if it's a very big gap, like 10 years or something, you're like, yeah, whatever. But if it's someone that is close to your age but younger, it's, you know. Yes, Podsiadło is younger than me. I think he is 94 or 93 because I do remember seeing his performance in whatever talent show he was in. I can't really tell the difference. And he was still in high school and I was already at university. I think he is 93. Like, not 93 years old, like from 1993. Yeah, 1993. Technically, I'm only like half a year older than him because his birthday is in May. So yeah. So he is pretty much my age, I guess. Also, do you know Okuniewska, like the podcast lady from Poland? She's also younger than me. A year. A year younger. But I also think her birthday is somewhere at the beginning of the year, so also we're pretty much peers. Since I am a November baby, then a lot of people aren't really that much older than me, you know? Oh yeah, now he looks old because he has like the Mortimer Goth stash and everything. I think it was the X Factor, yeah. So like back when he started being popular and when he was in X Factor, he looked young, or like his age, I guess, because he didn't have any facial hair. He had like a kind of like an afro, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really an afro, right? But like very curly hair and kind of long, all over the place. So he looked quite different back then. Also, do you know Taco Hemingway? The rapper? He's only 2 years older than me. Yeah. So yeah. So it's weird to think about sometimes. Yeah, everyone in Poland is saying that Podsiadło looks like Mortimer Goth, like the older version, of course. Who else is younger than me? I'm thinking. Or my age, or close to my age. Taco Hemingway is 31. No, he's 32. He's 32. He turned 32 in July. Yeah. Because he's almost exactly a year older than my boyfriend, because they have birthday like close. It's like 1 or 2 days difference. So yeah. So my boyfriend is 31. So Taco is 32. Oh wait, I was thinking recently about when it comes to age. What age is Britney Spears? Oh, she is from 81, so she is 11 years older than me. And that doesn't really seem like a lot. Like, it's only 11 years. Obviously, when she was becoming popular and she was like 16 then, and I was like 6, then it's it was a huge difference back then. And now I think like 11 years. I had a friend who was 10 years older than me, and like, okay. So it really depends on a person, but yeah, now I don't really think that Britney Spears is that much older than me. It can be true that Adele is 1 month younger than me. I don't feel that age. I'm from 2000, so you're exactly the Sims age. Right? Right. I started playing in 2001, so I kind of confuse it sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. eat some cereal, watch something, and just chill because I'm still pretty tired, really. Yeah. So the Genesis happen weekly from now on until, well, it will happen for a few months, I guess. I feel so young around here. I usually feel very old. Like a lot of my friends now are younger than me. One of them is 10 years younger, so it's like, and he is already an adult, so that's weird, okay? 10 years difference, and he's not a child, you know? How old is PewDiePie? I think he is also 1989, so he is 3 years older than me. But Marcia is actually my age, and we are very close when it comes to birthday because her birthday is at the end of October. PewDiePie's too, and mine is at the beginning of November. So like, there's only like a few days difference between us. So like, she is a super peer of mine, I guess. Okay, thanks for watching, and we will definitely do another stream in September somewhere. Yeah, probably at the end of the month again. So yeah, you know, remember to like the video. I never say that, but remember to do that. Also remember that you can be a member of this channel and get early access to videos. And if there are more than like 3 people, I will do special live streams for you guys. So I can't redo that now because 3 people is really hard to gather in one time, you know, especially with time zones and everything. So yeah. Dua Lipa is 27 and looks older than you. It's not really that hard to look older than me. Okay. So as always, thank you very much for watching the video. Do I even do that on the streams? And see you in the next one. Bye.